Game 5, Sixers. You talk about resilience. The 76ers playing for their season in a stunning second-half comeback. Joel Embiid, magnificent. A brilliant performance with 33 points.
What do you have left, Joel, to get Game 6 and get back here to Boston for a Game 7?
We don't have a choice. Do the same thing we did tonight. We're going to need everybody to be able to come back to Boston. We're going to make you feel it. We got another one. I'm excited. Yeah.
You guys.
113-97 was the final in Game 5. Sixers stay alive. I know we're going to jump in and talk about this Game 6 coming up, but first let's hear from Embiid after Game 5.
Feel pretty good about my chances of going one-on-one against anybody in this league, and I don't think that can be stopped, whether it's to score and just be aggressive. And just by me being aggressive, he opens up open shots for everybody else. I've dealt with a lot of stuff over my career. I know a lot of people might have takes of that I might be lazy or whatever, but, you know, every single time I'm on the floor, I want to play as hard as possible. I want to do whatever it takes to win a basketball game. I just want to play basketball, whether I'm, you know, good physical, mentally shape or whatever. I just want to enjoy this moment.
So Shaq, obviously he's been an MVP. He's been the runner-up twice. What you saw from him the other night, did that remind you of the Embiid we knew?
The second half, yes. He did not take a three in the second half. He played well, and we've been giving him the blueprint, telling him what to do and how to be a dominant big man. He knows this because he does it sometimes. So a lot of times when you could, you know, go play in the post and you step out and shoot threes, yes, people can, you know, say you're lazy. I don't think he's lazy at all, but when he plays like this, when you take the high percentage shots, like he said, nobody can guard you one-on-one, and when Boston starts to panic, you can get other guys involved. A guy that you need to get involved tonight is VJ Edgecombe. He had 30 at one time in Boston. The last 3 games, he has not played well, so I want to see a dominant Joel Embiid by taking high percent shots only. If I'm his coach, if I'm his general manager, I'm telling him, next time you shoot a three, I'm going to fine you $1,000. Get your big ass on the inside. Don't shoot no more threes, ever.
None?
Ever, no.
No, that's yes.
Oh.
To me, this game has nothing to do with Joel Embiid tonight. It's about Maxey and VJ. I think that I don't know if he's going to have another game like that. I think they need to play. First of all, it'd be great if he did play like that, number one. But to assume he's going to have another game after all the stuff he's been through and a quick turnaround, I think it's up to Maxey and Edgecombe to go crazy like they did in Game 2 in Boston.
Paul George in there, too.
With Paul George, all 3 of those guys. And whatever Embiid can give them, we'll take it. But I don't know if he from conditioning-wise and physically, he can go back and have a monster game. And that's no disrespect. I just think the kid just had surgery, and he was exhausted after the game. And it's a quick turnaround. So Paul George, Max, and VJ, I think those guys got to carry the Sixers tonight. And if we get anything from Joel, it's a bonus. That's my opinion.
Well, firstly, lazy's never a word associated in my mind with Joel Embiid. Now, so I don't know where he feels that way, but that's not a word that comes together. Secondly, he is the closest thing to Jokic in the league. And one thing he does, he has an advantage in the box. He's a better post player than Jokic. He's not a better three-point shooter, but he is a better in-the-box post player. And now Jokic is the best, second best in the world at it, only because of Embiid. So when he takes his advantage, so I agree with you, Chuck, that those guys should go crazy. But the reason they can go crazy easier is when Joel Embiid is there. And I said this to the late, great Kobe Bryant once when he was here. I said, you didn't want to play with Shaq? He said, no, I want to play with Shaq. I said, but who's the best one-on-one player in the world? He said, me. And I said, well, you get to play one-on-one because Shaq's there. So you're the best one-on-one player in the world who got to play one-on-one. Like Jordan doesn't do that. LeBron at times didn't do that. The best one-on-one player. So now Maxey's a great one-on-one player who gets to play one-on-one when Joel Embiid's on the floor.
That's why I said those three guys because you see if you're gonna have to if he sticks to his game plan like he should and just stay in the post, because you have
no one's doubling you.
Yeah.
Right.
So Maxey, VJ, Paul George, they're gonna get to play one-on-one. So that's why I'm really looking forward to this game.
It was all up. It was right there for Boston in Game 5 at home to win the series in 5 and get a little rest. They're up by 13 in that game. They score 11 points in the fourth quarter. If he says it's not about Embiid tonight, who's it about for Boston tonight?
Well, we all know Boston relies heavily on the three-point shot. You know, you can ask them. Sometimes they don't even think they play better. Just say, we didn't make shots. So if they're shooting the ball well, the higher probability of them winning becomes higher. If they're not shooting the ball well, Philly has a chance. But if Embiid plays like that and they're shooting the ball well, I'm gonna go with Philly because, like Kenny said, when he's playing well, the other guys will get to roam around a little freer. But Boston will shoot the ball well tonight, and I think it's gonna be a close game.
Can I answer that question, Ernie?
You may. I wish you would.
Which is, do you know who has to play well?
Derek White.
Derek White, Pritchard, and Hauser. They're the difference, because when you take that many threes and guys who typically, if they might have been on other teams.
They got to play well or they got to hit shots?
No, they got to hit shots, because if they were on other teams, their shot attempts would be probably 1/3 less, because they're not the number one. But on the Boston Celtics, they get 12 to 13 shots every single night, which is a great place to be. They have to make shots because we know Brown and Tatum will make shots. But those three guys, when they're making shots, that's what makes Boston who they are.
Because it's not like they have a strategy. Like they don't have a plan B or C. They're like, we're gonna shoot threes.
They got 42 of them up a night,
and they want more. So it's not like you have to make it. Like when you look at them on tape, you're like, they're gonna shoot threes. We just got to make them shoot threes. I think they could make their life a lot easier if they would take some twos every now and then. I really do, especially Jalen and Jason. Like, 'cause they can go one-on-one. But Kenny's right about those three guys. They're gonna get open shots. But man, if they could make their life so much easier if they took some twos every now and then.
Derek White, a 16-point guy during the regular season, in this series averaging 8, only shooting 21% from deep. He's 7 out of 33. We'll see what Derek White's able to come up with.
By going to the basket.
In addition to Tatum and Brown tonight.
Free CJ.
It's free.
Free C. We freed him.
Probably the last